am Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I'm going to be talking about all the big changes coming to Puzzle & Dragons in September, which is tomorrow. So, there are three major talking points I want to cover in this article. They are the monthly quest dungeons, time attack descends, as well as trading. So, monthly quests are arriving, and basically this is something that I've been hoping that Pad would actually have had a long time ago, because in all honesty, Puzzle & Dragons is a bit of a challenging game to get into. This is because there is a very baseline basic tutorial, and then you're just thrown in. There are obviously tips at the end of dungeons, but they don't necessarily help you that much. It says how you're using combos. Well, yeah, I think I am. That sort of idea. So, like, there is a lot of effort on the player's part to try and figure out what the game needs to be done. Like, there's not much direction, there's no like necessary storyline, and monthly quests are going to be a great way to help kind of guide players as to what they should be spending their stamina on. And this is going to be great because not only are the monthly quest dungeons very lucrative, because they do have a wonderful array of rewards. There are actually 30 different dungeons you get to play, but all of these dungeons will fall under your quest tab. So they will be available for every day of the entire month. So all these descends like Indigo, Amir, Yord, Suture, so on and so forth will be always available. So you don't have to wait for that descend rotation to actually appear. You can actually just play them straight away, or farm a specific descend boss if you needed to for some reason whatsoever. So this is going to improve the accessibility of various descend bosses, and there's going to be delicious rewards alongside of it. So you get like globes, you get tamadras, we get some tans, we get some pluses, pre-draws, some killers, Devil Machine, two of the best ones as well. So there's a lot of great rewards to happen, and you may think this may feel overwhelming, but you have to bear in mind that you do have 480 stamina per day for 30 days, as well as the fact that these can be done in co-op. And because this can be done in co-op, the stamina costs are obviously halved, so you even have more stamina to play around with, but it makes it easier. So this is a great way for newer players to acquire lots of these exciting drops and or rewards. They may not necessarily give magic stones out every time you clear. You get 2 magic stones for the whole thing, but the fact that you get such great value drops for very little stamina is worthwhile overall. The next, and then also if you do complete all 30 quests, you do get the Ancient Tri-God Mask, which is used for evolving things like the future Red Athena. Now, daily time attack descend dungeons. So, alongside of these monthly quests, which you can complete at any time, there will be daily descend dungeons you have to play on that specific day. But rest assured, these will be well worth your time and effort, because not only do they award plus 99 or 33 to each stat, they will also give you a single magic stone for clearing it. Now, because there are 30 days in September, you actually have 30 stones to acquire and 30 plus 99. So just doing a little bit of simple math, it takes 3 days for 297. 10 297s are coming out September from just the daily time attack descend dungeons. Fan-freaking-tastic. Now, there is a little bit of a catch though. You have to complete these descends in solo mode, but you also have to do so in under 5 minutes. Which means you do have to match obviously quite quickly, and if my mom is watching, she should definitely be playing these every single day. Wink wink, nudge nudge. And yeah, basically you get 1 magic stone and plus 99. I will plan to upload my video clears to my YouTube channel, which you can take a look at if you so wish. Actually, you're watching this on YouTube. Never mind, you already found my YouTube. But for those reading the actual article, they will be, I don't know why I'm saying that, but regardless, I'll try to upload them every single day to give you ideas of how to play them quickly. You only can play them once, so that means, say, on Friday the 22nd, Watatsumi is all you can play once. You can't play it multiple times for the drop over and over again. And in all honesty, I feel like this is kind of like the hidden daily quest, because we have monthly quests now, and this kind of feels like daily quests, because most other mobile games do feature some sort of daily quest you need to complete. And with this time attack descends, it kind of gives a bit more direction where you can spend your stamina. And thankfully, the rewards are actually incredibly lucrative compared to other games. So this is a great event, and I really hope Gung Ho keeps this up in the future. And now we come to trading. So Trading will be coming to North America and EU this month, most likely next week. Again, don't quote me on it, but this is my educated guess. And I don't wish to necessarily go into every single detail of it because I'm going to make a subsequent post later on. So this is going to be kind of like an excerpt teaser to give you an overview of what to expect. But for trading, you must be at least rank 10 and your trading partner has to be on your friends list for at least 30 days. So you'll have had to have some forethought or insight as to what you wanted to do beforehand. And obviously now's a little too late if it comes out next week, but you will have at least people on your friends list already, so you can at least trade with them. So the way it works is you can either host a trade or find a trade. Hosting a trade means you put up items that you wish to trade away for certain items that you wish to acquire. Then basically it's like you're opening up shop. Conversely, if you're searching for a trade, you're basically going to browse through a list of all the possible trades you could, all that your friends are actually hosting. You take a look, you browse, and you could you can trade with them if you have the required materials. Furthermore, all pluses and latents are actually transferred over with said card, so that is important because you will be able to trade plus eggs in a wonderful way. However, there are some restrictions. Cards that can be traded must be 99 monster points or less and have the exact same rarity. So certain rarity cards will obviously to be traded for certain rarity cards, but the key is the 99 monster points, which means that you can't trade any rared machine cards. Some people have told me that trading is the most important thing in PAD. It could be, because let's take a look at how this will benefit the player base. So trading will not only allow players to acquire common, but also challenging evolution materials, tedious things, as well as evening out RNG. Because in theory, you don't control the color of pies, jewels, or sometimes snow globes that you do acquire. And you will often end up with a despairing amount of various resources. And because of that, you can even out this. Because, like, for example, myself, I have like 70 shine peas, but I have like only 30 bad peas. In an ideal world, I like them to be more evened out. So because my dark distribution is so poor, I could in theory trade pies 1 for 1 for the color I want. There will be people who want this, and it's important to keep that in mind, because just because you have, say, a lot of dark cards doesn't mean someone else does, and they may have gotten very lucky with those pie distributions. So this is important. Furthermore, you can also trade other things that you sometimes have maybe more available. Newer players may be very starved for 297s, but we may or may not have excess amounts of pies or snow globes that they can't necessarily use right now. And if they can get value from a trade immediately, it may be worthwhile to do so right away. So, and then I guess one last thing I want to mention is that you can trade rare older collab drops or Monster Hunter parts, because again, those are rare or harder to find evolution parts, or even things like Angie. So again, keep this in mind when you think about what you have of value to offer to other players. So, setting up the baselines for trading. So stamina cost for my table will be the currency used to measure efficient trading between players. I am not taking into consideration the difficulty it takes to actually clear the dungeon. So basically, all the stamina values are calculated in co-op mode. If they're calculated in solo mode, just double the numbers. It makes no difference in reality. But I'm just using co-op numbers just to make my life a little easier. And if a drop does not necessarily have an easy way to calculate, I'll just kind of estimate it. But I'm using basically the item, stamina, and points. Points are an easy way to visualize it. Basically, it's the stamina cost divided by 5. So I am going to be using a plus 297 as your baseline, because that's worth 100 points. A specific plus 99, it's harder to quantify stamina wise, but it's worth 35 points. So in theory, you combine them all together, you get like a discount. Pies are 10 points, King Tans are 7.5. Generic Descend bosses are only 5 points each. Now, I forgot to mention, all these values are for the most commonly found places like Tamadra Infestation, Pre-Draw Infestation, Arena. Gift dungeon specific events don't apply. They will skew the numbers in wonky directions. Spirit Jewels are worth 3. Specific ideal killers. Ideally, you want God, Dragon, Devil, Machine are worth 90. SDRs are 80. Orpharium parts for one specific one are 20. Again, that may seem a little strange, but people who can farm Colosseum can get Orpharian parts, and like I said, this only takes into consideration the raw stamina value. Snow Globes were estimating, but they're worth 20 to 50 depending on the color, and Tamadras were estimating at 2.5 points only. So again, we don't have to follow this chart one-to-one. It's just a good reference to, especially when you're cross trading, like you want, say, pies for king tans. A lot of people might trade pies for pies, so on and so forth. This can help with going across or making bulk trades more effective. So how can we add value? So like any, I guess, marketplace out there, we want to add value to what we have to offer. And you can add value by taking out a lot of the tedious aspects for a card. So again, we don't have to follow this one-to-one. It's like just a template that you can generically follow. But for example, if you want to add value, you can provide evolutions or skill ups for things. And right now, we're going to use Zeus Dios as an example because he is perhaps one of the most desired cards in the game because it allows you to have easy access to Lube button farming. And with Zeus Dios, he requires 15 skill ups. So you would need a total of 16 Zeus Dioses in order to actually max skill him. Furthermore, you require 4 King Tams to max skill as well to guarantee those skill ups. So this actually results in 110 points total because you acquired 16 Descend drops and 4 Wood Tans. So this is actually a way to add value. Like if you go out and max skill a Zeus Dios, people might trade you a bunch of things that you may not necessarily be able to, because Zeus Dios might be easy to acquire for you, but other things may be more challenging by comparison. So you can even evolve the Zeus Dios, and you can even, let's say, give it some Tamadras, like just add value into it to boost up the value of the card. And again, you can do that for other popular Descend drops like Tengu, because Tengu is very popular and very potent. So again, we can just add value and make these trades a lot more appealing overall. So, like I said, this is going to be mostly an excerpt or a teaser for my full trading article, which will come out soon. So, in conclusion, September has a lot of exciting things coming for Puzzle and Dragons. Like we've got the monthly quests, daily time attack descends, as well as trading on the very near horizon. So this is going to be a very exciting time. I'm looking forward to all the wonderful things I can do in Pad in the coming future. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Hopefully you all have a mantastic day, and happy puzzling.